Hello everybody, it is Wednesday evening and that means that we have another Nail Talk Live e-workshop waiting just for you. Just for you that's now watching, or of course everybody that's going to watch the rewatch. Well, tonight we have a hybrid nail for you. A hybrid nail composed of many of the great magnetic nail design products. And my trainer this evening is José de Vroet. And I've known José personally for over 20 years. And she started as a magnetic trainer roughly 11, 12 years ago. But before that time, José already was a trainer in my company. And before that time, we actually worked together as trainers. So tonight is going to be a great and fun evening. Of course, I also have a Dharma talk for you. And Wendy is going to talk about the composition of the natural nail plate. What is the natural nail plate made of is the main question this evening. And I have 3 winners for the challenge of 2 weeks ago of Demi, the reshape it nail together with the baby boom technique. And we have countries, we have, I believe, let me check, a German winner, a Dutch winner and a Swedish winner. So isn't that exciting? But you have to wait a little bit more for those winners, because now we first need to get started. And what makes this evening especially exciting and unique and special is the fact that Jaap is here tonight, together with Gillian in the back, doing the cameras, fixing the sound, and making sure that we can show you all that we want to show you this night. And this afternoon I was thinking to myself, but I forgot to ask Jaap, but I think that Jaap and I need to do a behind-the-scenes show for you, the English-speaking people or the international audience, about what happens behind the scenes of magnetic nail design. We did that show for the Dutch market, and I think we need to do that also for the international market. But not tonight, because tonight it's all about hybrid nails. Hello, José, welcome. Your first time in the International E-workshop, but definitely not your last time.
Well, hi Pepijn, and hello everybody. Nice that you're watching this show. Tonight I will show you a hybrid Fibercoat nail. And then the question is, can you make a longer nail with Fibercoat? Yes, you can. Make it hybrid. So I will use a lot of different products, and I will show you in a minute how. We prepared the natural nail already. So I will start first with the form placement. I use the high-tech nail forms. I really love them. So I remove the part that I don't need, because I will not create total length of the form. And then I will just take the middle part out of it and just stick it underneath with the sticky side up. That's when I close the form, I can use the sticky side to create a nice C-curve already. So first of all, I will measure and see if it's necessary to cut the form.
And of course, at any moment, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to put them in the comments and I will put them through for you to José. And José, Magda just loves your shirt.
Ah, thank you, Magda. So let's see. Well, this is a really beautiful natural nail. Normally, I have to cut it. Well, most times I have to cut it, but now it fits just nice. And let's see on the sides to the stress points of the natural nail where I have to cut my ears. Let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2.5. So I will cut the ears, and then I create a little bit more space for my fingertip.
We have many different countries watching. Of course, we have Armenia. Armenia is watching us. Indira from Bosnia. Nina from Slovenia. Valentina from Italy. Salvo is also watching from Italy, from Sicilia. Roberta from Italy. Gemma from Holland, of course. A Nail Talk Live without Gemma would definitely be impossible. Magda from the UK. Monica from Sweden. So we have many of you joining us, and that's great that you're here. And you say, did you ever think 15 years ago that we would be able to make a hybrid nail with 3 different types of products? Because actually that is what you're going to do today.
Yes, I am. Well, did I think about it? No, because in the past we used acrylics or we used gels and we just, keep it that way. But actually we already knew that we could combine them because maybe a few years later, Pepijn, I think we start to combine gel and acrylics already. But nowadays we just mix up everything. So I just cut the ears in my form. Let's check, see that I can remove a little bit on one side and then it's ready to place.
Aletta says in the comments, the many phases and countries of magnetic nail design. And as you all know, that is what Jaap always says, the many phases of magnetic. So that's an extra point for you, Aletta. Good evening, everybody, Cindy says. Nathalie Bernardi from France is watching as well, Anna Sucheka. And Magda is asking, what is the shape prepared for? Or what kind of shape are you going to make, I think?
Well, I'm in love with almond shape. So it will be a longer almond shape. So I will place my form just following the natural nail. If you look from the side, you can see, here it is. I just follow the shape of her natural nail, a little bit straight. I have to check it from the other side. If it's straight on her hand, just have to go out of screen a little bit. Yes, turn around. Thank you. And then I will close the form when I check every part that has to be correct.
You have to go a little bit more to the center of the screen because otherwise you go out of focus. In the meantime, also Maria Pop joined, Cerisa is there, Bianca Freigang, Wendy Roxanne Winkelman, Soraya is watching us. Those are members of our competition team. So for all of them, this is also very interesting because it's important to know how to place the form. I think you're going to make it slightly more modern because the form is opened at the back.
Yeah, I always want to create a little bit space to play with the position of my form. That gives me freedom. Because when I keep it closed, it will be typical classical nail. So for now, can I have, yes, thanks. You see that her natural nail has a really nice curve. It's not too over curved. So I just follow the line of her natural nail slightly straight. Not upwards for this nail, because then my lower arch will be out of balance. Okay. Then I will start to create the base of the nail with fiber gel clear.
So this is the traditional fiber gel. Fiber gel clear from the jar.
Yes, from the jar.
Okay,
and first
that's
I will
important.
apply bond, of course, and clean the nail with prep and wipe before I start with the fiber gel. But I really love fiber gel from the jar because it's a really steady gel and it does what I want him to do.
Magda is asking whether or not this is possible to do in any shape.
The fiber gel as
This
a base?
nail. The nail that you're going to make.
Oh, the nail that, yes, of course, of course. So, give your creativity free, how do I say that in English, Pepijn?
Free hand. Give
Free
your
hand,
creativity
thank you.
all freedom. Nadia Munk also joined from Denmark and she says, no one rocks nail shapes quite like José de Vroet and Natalia. And I agree with you, Nadia. Nice that you're watching as well. And also Cheryl just joined and says to all of us, good evening.
Well, hello, Nadia, and hello, Cheryl.
Did you apply nail form support underneath the form or did you fold it back? That's a question of Wendy.
Well, I did not. I will just take a form to show you. I did not flip this part over.
No.
But I removed the middle part and I stick it underneath here to create a little bit more strength in the form.
So no nail form support
nail form
today.
support for now. No, because high-tech nail forms are really strong paper. So as you can see already, it's a nice tapered shape. And for the nail that I will
Beautiful.
make, the C-curve is really nice already. Let's see if I can show you.
Yeah, on top shot. So hold it
Yes,
upward to
yes.
the camera.
There
Yeah,
you
that's
go.
a deep C curve.
Yes.
That's smiling. I also see that Henriette just joined and she says, I love to work with high-tech forms. So satisfying to look at a perfect form fit perfectly to the natural nail. I agree, Henriette. And Joanna from Ireland is also joining. Hello, Joanna. And Aleid, another member of our competition team, is here. Maggie from Belgium also was wondering about the nail form support. Bianca is already translating, and Millie says, I love the high-tech forms.
Yes, me too.
So you first do an adhesion layer with your gel. So you're
Yes.
using the oval junior brush, I think, the
Correct.
small gel brush, and you really press the gel into the nail surface.
Yes. And then I will not cure this layer. I will just keep it wet. And I will start applying my extension. And I watched the show from Luelle last Monday, and she really had a great tip. So thank you, Luelle. I tried it the day after, and it really works. So I will just copy that a little bit to create the tip. But really important is that we keep this layer really thin, because there will be more, of course. And why do I choose for fiber gel and not power gel? Because my experience is that when you pinch the nail a little bit, and I use fiber gel as a first base layer, then I have a better pinch.
It
It
holds
stays- it stays in
holds the C
position.
curve better.
Yeah, and there's one step that I missed. So I will just, because I already create the other nails, and I know the length of my total nail, so I use the metal core with the lineal.
Yeah, ruler.
Ruler, thank you, to see where the end point of the nail will be, and it will be at 3 centimeters. So I have to go until 5. So I will just take an amount of fiber gel clear. I will start at the end of the nail.
So you start at the tip of the nail where you want the nail to end.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I will just move my product towards. It's actually like we work in a reverse technique. So when we make a nail bed elongation, and also with gel, we did it this way also, always. And that's what I saw. I saw that Luelle was applying the tip like this, and I thought, oh, let's try it if it works. And I thought, oh, that's nice.
But Luelle did it in 2 applications. You're doing it in 1 application?
Yeah, I will try to do it in 1.
Okay, that's good.
But if I need more gel, I can just add a little bit more, of course. That's no problem. That's also a big benefit of fiber gel. It just levels easily.
Talking about fiber gel, Samantha has a question for us all. Fiber gel is the gel if you have problems with the lifting or the durability of the nails, right? Because of medication, she has problems now. They won't last long. Well, Samantha, yes, fiber gel has great adhesion, but it is important that you really rub it into the natural nail as shown by José, because the composition of the natural nail, by chance also the subject of Derma Talk this evening later on, the composition of the natural nail is a different type of cell than the artificial nail that you apply onto it. So you really have to rub it into the nail surface. On average, the complications that arise from medication, the use of medication, take roughly 1.5 times the length of the treatment that you took. So suppose you have an antibiotic for 10 days, it can have an effect for about 15 days on the adhesion of the artificial product on the natural nails. But feel free to send me a personal message and I'll try to help you further. Did you try Seal and Protect, by the way? The cure for any lifting. Let's go back to José because I feel that she's ahead of me.
Yeah, well, I'm just finishing up the extension because it's quite longer nail, so I pay a lot of attention in this part because I want to have it as perfect as possible. So I will just create the lines, and when I create the line with gel, I always work from the end of the nail towards the stress point of the natural nail. Because if I work the other way, I will just remove my gel in this part, and that's the part where I need to build strength, and and where I need a connection. So when I correct it, I always go upwards. And of course, when you use clear, it's always more difficult to see. So I have to turn a little bit to the side to the other side.
You do your application because Maggie has a question. Is it possible to first rub in for adhesion a layer of rubber base into the natural nail before applying fiber gel? What is your opinion about that, José?
Rubber base, yes, I love rubber base. I always use rubber base when I have difficulties with adhesion with a client. That's actually the first thing that I try to combine with other products. So then I would do the adhesion layer with rubber base because rubber base has really is really flexible. So you create good adhesion to the flexible backer of natural nail, and then you can build with the other product that you want to use.
So you're connecting the gel to the sidewalls of the nail on the lateral parts of the nail. Joanna is commenting that today she found an old nail magazine where it was said that the C-curve was actually the upper arch. So not the C-curve, but this is the C-curve, which is incorrect. I rarely, but still see older schools saying this, unfortunately. I quote Joanna. It would be great to show at the end, when your nail is finished, to show where the C-curve really is. Well, I've written it down for you, Joanna. If I forget, just remind me in the comments and I'll show it to you, absolutely. And to all of you watching. Sorry. I see that the nail is in the light, in the twin light. For how long do you cure the nail?
This layer I will cure for 30 seconds. That's enough because it's a really, really thin layer. And then I will go on to the next step, and that will be power gel. So I will use power gel white to create like a baby boom effect on the nail. So I will just take a little bit of prep and wipe in a dappen dish because I prefer to work from the dappen dish.
Amela also joined us from Bosnia, so hello Amela. I still am waiting for you for a nice topic for an international e-workshop. Don't forget me because I won't forget you. Otherwise I will get you in May to discuss what and when we will do it, Amela. And of course somebody else also joined. Susanna Mikkelsen says, hi everyone. Hello Susanna. And many people are commenting that they love the fiber gel from the jars. Well, we also love the fiber gels. And did you know that Magnetic Nail Design was actually the first nail company that created a fiber gel? And our fiber gels have very special and unique, almost top secret fiber particles that create a super thin, super durable, super strong, but flexible nail that is really durable. So I also love fiber gels. If you, in case you want to test the fiber gel, you can always connect to your local distributor and ask for a sample of the fiber gel. This is available in 4 colors, clear, pink, extender and white. And if you're closer to Holland, you can also reach out to me through Facebook Messenger and I will gladly send you a sample of fiber gel as long as you promise to give me feedback. Let's go have a look at José because fiber gel and now power gel, isn't that risky?
No, you can combine it perfectly together. So I will just work with the power gel on top of my fiber gel. I create my blend towards the natural nail. I will add nail art glitters and everything here. So I will not pay, well, I pay attention to the blend, but it doesn't have to be as perfect. But the most important thing is that it has to be flat. Because
can we have a look from side?
Yes. So this part here, it has to be flat. So you have to press it into the natural nail because there will be more on top of it. And if I keep a big line or a wall, then I will have difficulties and I will just ruin my nail when I start filing.
Okay, well, Sylvia is giving you a compliment about your English. It's excellent, she says.
Thank you.
Melinda is also watching from Sicily. Hello, ciao Melinda. Buonasera. Ha ha ha. And yeah, people are saying hello to everybody. And Mandy Stellingwerf is testing the fiber gel sample because I sent that to her yesterday. So I'm also curious to find out what your opinion is. But give it a little bit of time. You have to get used to a thinner application that is harder. A lovely baby boom, you say. Is it
Yeah.
important that the fading or the blending is perfect, or is it less important in this nail?
You can just read my mind because I just want to explain a little bit more. Because here you can see a little bit more transparency now. For the nail that I will do now, it doesn't matter because there will be Fibercoat white in the next step here. But if you want to create a baby boom, then you will just cover it with a pink color. Then it's important that you cover this part also with white. So I
Your
will just...
sound is a little bit making, but your little thread is on your antenna.
Ah, okay, thanks. So I will just bring my product to the end of the nail and create the extension edge.
Which brush are you using? Kobe is asking.
I use the Prestige acrylic number 10, and that's my favorite brush for acrylic, but also when I make longer nails with power gel. Because I can use the length of my hair, to take my product towards the end of the nail. And as you can see, you can keep it nice and equal.
Yeah. Magda is asking why you're using power gel here instead of, for instance, the fiber gel white, which is also available.
Good question, Magda. And of course, you can use any product of choice. If you prefer to work with fiber gel white, on this part you can. I choose for power gel now because of the product control that I have with power gel. As you can see, it's really easy to create the shape of the nail and to keep it there where it has to be. And fiber gel can be in this length. You can have more difficulties with the gel that runs to the side.
That is also where the hybrid nail originates from, trying to use the best qualities of the product at the optimum point in the surface for the best results. So a fiber gel is super hard, super strong, so as a base layer this is ideal because it protects the nail from underneath. Power gel is great to do blending and to building a structure, while for instance acrylic is super because you are able to create super sharp, crisp lines and have more coverage in thinner layers. So each and every product in the magnetic nail design range offers its own benefits and its own characteristics, and the hybrid nail is taking the best of all of these in one nail. I just wanted to point that out. And you can even color the fiber gel. As is said by Anja, she used 2 drops of gel polish to give the fiber gel its own specific color, which is a great idea. Thank you.
So now I want to cure the nail, but I also want to pinch it a little bit. So I will just cure it for 5 seconds because this is white. And then I will test if it's ready to pinch already. So don't start pinching immediately because you always have to test the product. Because when it's soft, yes, please, thank you. When it's too soft, then you will just ruin your nail because you will move the product. I will test it with the tweezer to press it, but I do it on both sides because when a client is into the light and the hand is a little bit more turned, then you can have the problem that one side is cured and the other side doesn't. So then I take my tweezer and I will just take a 45-degree angle, so make contact to the stress point of the nail and just follow the line of the nail that you create. And then I just pinch it softly. As you can see it's moving. If you wait too long and you are too late, and then it doesn't move anymore. Then you cannot pinch the nail. And I also squeeze my form a little bit more from underneath.
Marja actually just asked in the comments, do you pinch the nail or do you use the form for the C-curve? Well, Marja, here's your answer. Pinching it a little bit and then pushing the form in a little bit. But José is a perfectionist, so the sky is the limit when it comes to her. Tracy from South Africa is also wishing us a great evening from a beautiful and warm, very warm South Africa. Well, Tracy, here it's medium chilly. We had a lot of rain for the last couple of days, so I really feel connected. The rain we have here create the beautiful, dry, warm weather in your country. And all of the rest of the viewers are in between us, so we have warm and worse weather. Cheryl says, oh, I like this, what you're doing, José. And Soraya, also a member of the magnetic competition team, is stating, I love fiber gel, but I don't use it as often as I would love to, because power gel is just the easy choice. But I'm definitely planning on using it more often. It's another fun technique to be able to do. And Soraya, you can create super thin, thinner than thin nails. What are you doing now?
I'm just adding a little bit of my power gel white, and the reason I do that is because I first want to shape the nail with my file, and I noticed that I didn't have enough product here. So just to create a little bit more strength before I start filing the nail, I add a little bit more of power gel white. Just thank you. And then I will clean the nail. And then file the shape of the nail before I will apply the rest of my products.
You say you clean the nail. What do you mean with cleaning the nail? Do you need to do the prep now, or?
I will clean the nail with prep and wipe, and then I can start file it, because the power gel has a little bit sticky residue, so I have to remove that before I start filing. And of course I have to cure my product for 1.5 minutes now. Because then it's totally cured, and then I can start filing.
Okay, that's great, because that gives me the chance to tell you what the homework is for this evening's e-workshop with José. Take a close look. Apply 5 nails, that means 1 hand. Full set is also an option, of course. It's also an option to do it on 5 color pops with this specific hybrid technique and create the booming shell style. That will be shown a little bit later. So did you make a screenshot of that homework? Gil, let's take it back. 1, 2, 3, screenshot. Make sure that you know what your homework is. You can work on 5 nails or on 10 nails, that's an option, but you can also choose to work on 5 color pops. You have 2 weeks to create your homework. That means that the deadline is set on March 27th. Upload your homework using the link that you can find in the album in this group called Fiber to Love Hybrid Nails. If something needs improvement, Jessica will contact you and you will have another chance to participate. Do not forget to submit your homework in 4 step-by-step photos and 1 end result photo of your perfect design. If you do that, of course, you will receive your e-certificate that you can use to show your clients that you have mastered this technique. But you also have a chance to win this amazing prize. That means Fibercoat Pink, Fibercoat White, glass gel polish, metal inlay, and inlay shells. And those shells are from nature, beautiful shells that are used to create beautiful inlay nails. I actually love shells. So that's an amazing prize that you can win, and we will ship it directly to your door. In the month of March, I have more coming from you, and that is of course still 2 to go. Next week, Mia Marie is flying down from Sweden, and she will show us her stylish milky designs. Unfortunately, I'm not here because I'm, together with Jaap and May, traveling towards Bologna, and I will show you some little videos next week of our trip. But Deborah will be here to do the presentation together with Mia Marie, and I will watch together with Jaap and May from the restaurant in Italy, as our tradition. And we're going to finish the month of March with Deborah, and Deborah will show us inlay color boom nails using Fibercoat. So that's also going to be a fun evening. More about discounts and the product of the month a little bit later, because I hear a file and we need to know what the file is doing. José, what is the file doing?
Yes, of course. So I cleaned the nail with prep and wipe, and now I will start perfectioning my shape, because I want to have a little bit more oval, a little bit more pointy. And at this length, the longer you go, the more tapered you can work with the nail. So I'm just creating the shape, but because this is a really long nail, I have to be aware that I support the nail.
Continue.
Sorry, that I support the nail in a good way, because when you won't, and you will just bump the nail with your file or something, then the chance is that you will break the nail. And of course, you can also damage the natural nail. We don't want to do that, so you have to be really careful.
So many people are looking forward to making a chance to win the great prize. And people are really jealous of Tracy with 40 degrees tomorrow. And people are asking, come to us, send a little bit of summer our way. Lindsay McCarthy just tuned in and she says, hello everybody, sorry I'm late. Well, you're forgiven, but make sure that you watch this whole show because this hybrid nail was made with clear fiber gel, and now has a coat of power gel white on it. And this is just the beginning, Lindsay. And for all of you, this is going to be super exciting. And Tanya is asking, darf man sie auch kürzer machen? My German is bad, but in other words, can it also be created shorter? Yes, you can also make a shorter salon version of this nail. The hybrid technique is what is key to get your homework, to make your homework, and to get your certificate. What is the grit that you're using?
I'm using 180 grit because it's not a really thick layer. Let's show from the other side. As you can see, it's quite thin still. And of course, it's power gel and gel. So 180 grit is more than enough to file it. Because when you use 150, you have the chance that you go too fast. And of course, you can make it on shorter nails, any shape you want, and also in different color combinations, different variations on what I will show you tonight. And let's see. So then I will check the thickness of my nail, and I see that one side is has a little bit more product than the other side. Of course, that's my easy side because I'm right-handed, so I always have more product on this side. So I will carefully, also really carefully, using the end of my file, shaping it a little bit before I start applying the other products. It's better to do it before, because I will cap the nail later, and then, well, you don't have the possibility to correct this step.
As José is mentioning, she's going to cap this nail later on. So this is the base of the nail. Keep that in mind. This is the base of the nail. So be very careful when you file this base layer because it's very thin, and we still need to have the curvature because the nail also appears quite flat at the moment. But that is because this is the base for the next step in our design.
Yeah, you can also hear it when I'm filing. The sound that the file creates is because the nail is so super thin. I don't know if you hear it at home, but...
Yeah, and you also use, well, now you're using longer file movements, but just now you also use the somewhat shorter file movements.
Yes, like this, I will be really careful, make short movements, that I don't have the risk that I will go too far, ending with my file, and then just like bumping the nail. And I also remove the shine a little bit here, the first layer, to create adhesion with the next layers.
Elvira is asking in the comments if you always choose the plastic core for this step instead of the metal core.
Good question, Elvira. Well, actually, that's also personal preference. And normally I file with metal core, but for this step, yes, I use plastic because it's more light. So I don't have the risk that I press too hard or that I just use the weight of my file and then damage the nail or this step of the nail.
Good. It already turns out beautiful. It's a beautiful nail. I wish we would be able to wear nails this thin in real life. Gemma is saying in the comments, the filing technique. I dream of the filing technique because of José. High, low, and high, and towards the nail, and towards the cuticle. And Henriette says she loves the metal file. Yes, I had to get used to the metal file because it's a lot heavier in my hand, but I agree, it is great for sharp, thin lines. And Grazia is also watching us from Italy. Hello, Grazia. Nice that you're also watching. And Camilla from Denmark. Hello, Camilla. Nice that you're joining us tonight. So we're really international this evening, which is really fun. And José says, are you talking about the flessen technique, the bottle technique? I don't really know what you mean with that. And Wendy also prefers the metal core. Pernilla says the sound that you can tune into a sound if silent or scream if you're not careful. That's a little bit of an enigmatic comment, Pernilla. Please explain. Of course, we have to end in an upward moving, as Melanie is saying to Gemma, so that is absolutely correct. And Susie really knocked that one in there, is a comment made by Sandra. And Evelyn Reder is also watching us. Hello, Evelyn, nice that you're also joining us. And Sylvia is asking whether or not you file in an X shape, Jose.
Well, I don't pay attention to that now because I'm just correcting this layer, and I will file it afterwards again.
Of course, when you have a higher apex.
Yes, of
because
course.
then you have to go over it, creating the X shape.
Yes, and now I'm just correcting little parts. So I will check it from all sides. So I have to turn the hand, and I always just bend the finger a little bit. Let's see if I can. And I will just look over the nail. Can we see?
Yeah, what do you want to show?
Like this.
Yeah.
So from this side, you just look over the nail, and I check the thickness because I want to build. So I want to have an evenness in the nail. And then I see a little bump here. I will just remove it, and then I will go on to the next step. So I will just clean the nail again, clean the hand and the nail, and take prep and wipe.
Thanks to Magda, I understand the comment of Pernilla, because Magda is explaining she thinks she meant it's a sound of filing a super thin product that can turn into the sound of a scream if you break the nail. Been there, done that. Trust me, been there, done that. So be careful and make sure that you don't hit that very tip of the nail. Thank you for explaining, Magda. That international language is really going everywhere. Sabine says she loves both cores, but she always recommends her students to use the plastic core because it's sweeter for the nail. And with the metal core, she has the experience that students may file a little bit too much of the nail. So that's a good comment from you, Sabine. Thank you. So what are you doing?
So for the next step, I make a mixture of Fibercoat white with a little bit of magic pigment silver. And this is a pigment color from the box that we had with the 12 colors. And of course you can use different shades if you want, just create your own design. But I mix it with silver. So I will just add a little bit in the middle part of the nail here. And then I will create a baby boom effect towards the white, but I will not cover the complete white part with my mixture. So it's just adding a little bit of color and glitter. So I take a small amount because Fibercoat white is a little bit thinner. I will add here, and I take a little bit more.
So this mixture already was mixed with the silver?
With the silver, yeah. I hope you can see it on the screen.
Oh yeah, I see.
It starts to get a bit shiny. And then just divide the product from left to right. Also keep this layer thin. It's just to add color and glitter.
And this also is why the fading of the baby boom white, the power gel white, was not that super important.
Exactly. I will just take my brush, Jessica's Choice, and I will just fade away a little bit towards nail
Magda
plate.
is asking in the comments, how much pigment did you mix into your mixture? Roughly.
Just a little bit. I just take the tip of my spatula, and then I think the point, like this part, and I add it, start mixing, and if I need more, I add a little bit more, but I will not use too much. Because this is really, the pigments are really pigmented, how you say it, Pepijn. The color is visible quite quickly, the glitter. So you don't
you always
need
have to be
lot.
careful not to use too much pigment added into your light curing products, because this can also block curing and cause problems. So use just a little bit for effect. Everything you do in the nail needs to have a purpose and a reason, and we never want to judge the durability of the nail by mixing in too much. So you're blending now with Jessica's
Choice, yes.
Is that easier than using, for instance, an ombre brush?
Yeah, for this, thank you. For this step, it's it's just enough to use a small brush. I tried it with ombre, but then I removed my Fibercoat a little bit too quickly, and I didn't want that, so that's why I choose for a smaller one. So now you can see I just let it fade it here towards the white, but the tip of the nail is still just power gel white.
Yeah, beautiful.
I will
Katerina Pieper is asking, I have weak, short, brittle nails. Would the best option to extend my nails be using the fiber gel because of the flexibility, or would you suggest something else? Well, Katerina, the question is, what type of product do you feel comfortable with? Because if you have short, very weak, brittle nails, you have to work with a product that you are feeling really confident with. But in general, fiber gel is a really strong and durable product, so it's really great to also work on short, brittle nails. But be careful not to make the nails too long, because you'll need the natural nail just to be a little bit healthy, stronger of itself, to maintain the long nail. Otherwise, the risk of it tilting is there. If you need more help or information, just send me a private message and I will come back to you. Sylvia says, beautiful. I will put these pigments on my wish list for my birthday, the 7th of April. Yes, it's almost your birthday, Sylvia. I know. And Lily must know, of course, I mean Susie, is offering us in the comments, you can also use standard builder gel white because that has a more porcelain color. But you could also use, for instance, blush ivory. For now, I want to go to something very exciting that's coming up. On the 6th, 7th and 8th of April, you can go to any of our distributors worldwide to shop magnetic nail design products with a nice 20% discount. On these days, we will also launch all of the new products in the magnetic nail design range, but these products will not have a discount on them. So you can shop your trusted products and restock all of your stock and get to know the new products and introduce your clients to the new products. On the 3rd of April, we will have a special e-workshop, an international e-workshop, introducing all of you to all of these new products. And Jessica and Cerisa will be here showing you different techniques that you are able to do with these products. Now that is exciting. Worldwide magnetic discount days on the 6th, 7th and 8th of April. Put it in your schedule, put it in your calendar, go to your local distributor, ask them what they're organizing, whether it's only online, perhaps they have a special workshop that you can attend, go there. The month of March, of course, is the Fibercoat month. That is also why we're now using a lot of Fibercoats. The Fibercoats are available in 5 beautiful shades, and for the whole month of March you can shop these with 20% discount in Holland, but also outside of Holland. If you ever need to find out where your most close or your local distributor is, don't hesitate to send me a message and I will help you to the best that I can and escort you to the correct distributor. I hear some filing happening, so if I check my notes, I know that this is the moment that we can do something else, hey José, isn't it?
Yes, we can, but I can also work on, so if you need time, let me know, then I will just fix it, because I don't know what I had tonight, but I had a really bad eye, because my nail was quite long, and longer than the rest of the nail, so I just corrected a little bit in length, corrected a little bit in shape, and then I will go on to the next step. So of course I clean the nail, so then I will apply bond a little bit now on the natural nail area. And then I will start with my inlay. I choose for mirror inlay because look how shiny this is. And I really love this rosé gold color. So I will
love it.
Yes, it's really beautiful. I will apply a little bit of base and top just to put my inlay glitter in, and then they can cure together.
Alexandra is asking, which bond are you using? What is the bond that you're using?
For now, I used soft bond primer, but it actually doesn't matter which bond that you use. You can also use gel polish bond or blush primer, whatever you prefer.
Soft bond primer is a non-acidic priming agent that helps to prevent lifting from artificial product of the natural nail. So we use bond, especially when you're working with power gel, as an extra fail-safe layer to ensure proper adhesion. And you can also use gel polish bond, which is made specifically to go underneath gel polish, or blush primer. All of them do not contain acids. And I already see beautiful mirror inlays happening over there.
Yeah, they are really beautiful and shiny. So I also will just, like a baby boom effect, blend it towards the white. And I will end here with smaller parts of the glitter. Just divide it. And here is my head always spinning, because I always have that thing in my head that I want to have it perfectly equally divided, but of course it has to be just glitter everywhere. So I don't have to be think as difficult, and then just fading away the smaller particles.
Anna is asking, which glitter are you using now? These are the mirror inlay glitters, the mirror inlay particles. And we have them in a couple of colors, and these are the rose gold. Lovely, aren't these? I just love them. And Alexander says, Magnetic has the most beautiful glitters and shiny things. Well, we love shiny things. My life motto is, when in doubt, add glitter. Magda says, missed that, sorry, is it the Fibercoat, the wet layer under the glitter? What was the wet layer under the glitter that you used to adhere the glitter with?
Magda, for now I used base and top, because I want to keep it thin around the cuticle area. And Fibercoat, of course, has a higher viscosity, and I have to build more on the nail, so I prefer to use base and top. Then I will take shells.
Oh, here they come. The gift from the sea.
It's really beautiful, and the effect on the nail is so cool. I use 3 colors: the dark bluish purple, then the purple and the light pink. But as you can see, there are big particles. So I will just take out what I need, and then I will just break it. I will just do the tip of my tweezer and just press it, and then make smaller parts of it.
And these are all natural shells. These are very thin, although the parts are relatively big, so it's super easy to break them. Just take what you need and put the rest back in your jar, because these shells really make any inlay nail shine like a polished gemstone, as it were.
So now you can see that I have different small particles. Because shells are completely flat, you can break them, but you cannot bend them. I have to be careful when I use it as an inlay, that I have to keep in mind that it doesn't stick out above. So I will use standard builded gel clear.
So for Wendy is asking, the base and top that you use to adhere the mirror inlay particles with, you cured that.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes, Wendy, I cured it, because if I didn't cure, my glitters will be moving all the time. So I just set it here, so this is stuck to the nail, it's cured, and then I can go on with the rest of my design. I will take a small amount of my clear, standard builded gel clear, and I will just add a little bit to adhere the shells. Because I don't want to work in thick layers when I work with inlay, because I will cover the nail later on with my product. I will cap it. So I will just add it, and then I will go start with the shells.
Oh, you're taking them with your tweezer?
Yes, I'm picking them up with my tweezer.
Oh, okay.
How would you do it?
Oh, with the brush?
Yeah, I tried, but it wasn't. They just fell off.
Oh, that's
so
also
I thought, well, I will use my tweezer to do it. So everybody has his own way.
Bianca says in German, Muschelsplitter here in Drei Farben. So she's talking about the shells, the mutual splitter. That sounds really like a science fiction movie. I have to remember that mutual splitter. Probably pronounce it wrong, but I will ask Jaap what the proper explanation is. Oh, okay, it's okay. And Sylvia is saying, even my hobby is taking English this evening, is talking English this evening. Well, that's fun, Sylvia.
So be careful on the sides. So keep a little bit of space here, because if I apply the shell too far towards the cuticle here, then I can have problems when I start filing the nail. I will overfile it and I will remove my design again. This is quite big part, so a little bit smaller.
Magda is asking, would you apply a thicker layer of gel to dip shells fully? So a thicker layer on the nail to really push the gel in the mass push the shell into the mass of the gel. Would that be an option, or are you afraid that then the nail will be too thick in the end?
Yeah, I'm afraid that it will be too thick, and I love really thin nails, as thin as possible. And of course, on this length, we need strength and we need durability. So I tried different things. I also tried to apply it in Fibercoat, but then they also were a little bit more coming up. Do I say it like that, Pepijn? So after testing, for me, this works the best. So let's see from the side, because you can see the differences in height already, because we have different particles.
Susie is explaining that the mutual splitter is the shine of pearls from oysters. Well, that sounds even more beautiful, Susie. But you're so prosaic. It's almost like listening to Shakespeare in love when you talk. Beautiful, you say. I love this. And I also see in the comments people find it beautiful, and they love the combination of the different colors of glitter that are still in the same family of colors. It gives us a shattered effect.
Yes, I really like it too. So I think this will be my last part, and then I will check from all sides again if it doesn't have too much height to cover, if it doesn't give me problems with capping the nail, and then add a little part here at the end. Let's break this one.
Yeah, and I don't want to tease you, because I know there's a next step after this, but you need to cure this, of course, and you have to wait for the next step, you say, because I want to take our viewers into the world of the composition of the natural nail. Wendy Fink was here to create Dermatalk, especially for you, our international viewers, and I feel that we've all been waiting for the next Dermatalk. So enjoy, and in a couple of minutes we'll be back with the next step. So don't go away.
Hi and welcome to Dermatalk, your place to go to if you want to know everything about the anatomy and the pathology of the nail. Last week we talked about the matrix, and this time we are going to talk about the nail plate, because that is what the matrix produces. The nail plate is a really, like a kind of checkerboard made all of cells. They're all aligned. We have a lot of crosslinks, very much different cells. Let's look at how it's built up. Here we see one nail plate cell produced by the matrix, but we know the matrix does not exist of only one cell. It is a lot of cells aligned next to each other. And the matrix makes sure that all these cells are connected to each other. When they are connected to each other, he starts with making another line of these nail cells and puts them forward and also connects them together. This makes one layer of nail plate. But we do not only have one layer of nail plate. No, we have layer on top of layer, on top of layer, on top of layer, on top of layer, and so on. So our nail plate is a really difficult construction of all types of nail plate cells that are aligned next to each other, connected next to each other, but also in front of each other and also on top and downwards of each other. So it's really big, kind of pancake, as we always say, with all kinds of connections in between. But how are these nail plate cells connected? Let's take a good look. I've brought a great picture of Mr. Dog Shoon. This is really zoomed into a nail plate cell, actually 2 cells, and you can see the first nail cell over here. It's like a big claw, and the other nail cell is on the downside of it. So you see 2 nail cells, and like fingers, they are really connected into each other, having the kind of same shape, but they are also like glued together, stick together with an anchor knot. This is like a nail inside your nail, if you can follow me. So this anchor knot makes sure that these 2 nail cells are really connected to each other and they cannot loosen up. But there's also another trick that the nail plate has, and these are called the desmosomes. And we see them over here, and it runs like a stitched line between those 2 cells, and they function like some kind of glue, but also like stitching. Because when you look inside those desmosomes, which are really like tiny tunnels, you will see this fiber going in, and you can see they're all tiny fiber lines getting on the outside like claws, and they take the one nail cell and the other nail cell and connect them really, really strongly together, just like if you would have stitched 2 of those nail cells together. So those nail plate cells are not just loosened up cells, no, they are really connected using the anchor knot and using the desmosomes, making it a really dense and really hard plate.
Yeah, it's always super interesting to hear everything Wendy Fink has to offer and tell us. And I already saw in the comments of Marja, Wendy is our Wikipedia when it comes to everything to do with Dermatalk. Armine, you were asking in the comments, because your client is asking you if she can also create the homework using gold foil instead of shells. That's totally okay. We understand that not everybody in the whole world can have the whole range of magnetic nail design products. So that's totally okay for your clients to use gold foil. Super exciting, and I'm wondering what she will create. Agnes says, I think I'm really gonna love this, Jose. Thank you, Wendy. Magda says, really good explanation, Mia Marie says. So interesting, thank you. Thank you for the educational show. Thank you. And Pernilla asks, isn't it a problem to have the shells as close to the cuticle? Was thinking they are too hard and can make it easier to get lifting. Well, that's a good question, Pernilla.
That's a really good question, but if you take a closer look, then the shell will stop here. So this part will be my cuticle area where I create my the connection to the natural nail. Yeah. So as you can see, I have a glass gel polish here on my paper palette. I used fuchsia. Why do I choose to use glass gel polish now? Because when I look at the color combination, have to be sharp. Yeah. Then you can see that that light pinky shells are not as popping out. Not so.
They fall a little bit to the background.
Yes, and that's because of the glitter underneath. So I will use my glass gel polish just to give them a little bit more color. And I also like that they create a bit of depth on the top of the shell.
Yeah, I agree with you. This really makes it more come more to life.
So it's a big difference, huh?
Yeah, super big difference.
So I will just add on the light parts my glass gel polish.
Oh, I would so now be tempted to start using all of my glass gel polishes. We have 12 different colors in the magnetic nail design range of these glass gel polishes that only give color, not coverage. That makes these glass gel polishes so unique. Of course, when you have watched also the show with Joanna, you also saw how easy it is to create an ombre using the glass gel polishes. but I really think this makes a big difference. Do you agree with me at home? Well, how long do you cure this, you say?
I will cure this layer for only 30 seconds because it's really, well, even 10 seconds will be enough because it's so transparent and it's a really tiny bit of product. So my next step will be capping the nail, and I will use, again, 2 different products. So first of all, I will start with standard Builder Gel Clear for the first 50% of the nail. And then I will go on with Fibercoat Pink to create apex and cuticle area. Why do I not cap it with standard Builder Gel Clear in once? Because I prefer to have the color of the Fibercoat Pink on top of my design. And I want to have nice white extension. So if I use Fibercoat Pink totally, then my white part will be more pink. So that's why I choose to use 2 different products.
Can I ask you a question about this, Jose?
Yes.
Because a Fibercoat is, of course, a more flexible product than standard Builder Gel, which is actually the hardest gel in the magnetic nail design range. I guess you're not going to apply them like this, but you probably apply them like that to prevent here it doing this. Am I right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes. Now I use the gel oval. So not the oval junior, but just the oval brush, because now I have a bigger surface and I have to add a little bit more product. So then I prefer a different brush. I will just take out my standard Builder Gel Clear because this has a really good transparency. Roll it off, and I have to add a little bit more for the length of the nail.
It already looks amazing.
And now you see already the effect on top of the shells.
I love it.
So I will just move the gel a little bit. And I'm just working on top of my product. So I will not go into the gel. I will just move the gel with the thread that I have between my ball of gel and my brush. And I'm just going from one side to the other.
Alexandra says that the nail shape is perfect. What I love of the standard Builder Gel is the fact that it works as a magnifying glass on the nail. So your inlay particles actually are shown almost brighter than they are in reality. It's a real magnifying glass. Can the Fiber Gel Clear also be used for this step? Magda is asking. Well, the fiberglass clear is less clear than the standard Builder Gel. The standard Builder Gel is without a doubt the clearest and most magnifying gel in our range. So yes, you can, but the effect will be slightly less exciting as this is.
Yeah, you can see already now by applying standard Builder Gel Clear that the glitter from the magic pigment is also coming up again. So I have to create the hairline, I have to create some thickness, of course, and I also have to cap my shells. So I will check it from the side again. I will see that I need a bit more product here on the side. I will just make contact to the gel, take the string and move, move my product to the end of the nail.
Catherine is saying in the comments, I like the way you are taking and building this nail in her stride. I'm finding this absolutely amazing and I'm overwhelmed with how beautiful it looks. Well, Catherine, I agree with this, with you.
So let's see. I take a look from the side. I have to turn the nail a little bit more. I see a little bit of a hole here. I will just take my gel and bring it over there.
Sylvia, you were asking if the Power Gel Clear can be used. Well, the Power Gel Clear, like the Fiber Gel, is transparent, but standard Builder Gel is absolutely the most transparent. In the case of the Fiber Gel, you will see the shadow of the fiber particles, dulling it a little bit, but we are picky here at Magnetic Nail Design. That's why we have that many gels. We have a specific gel for every single purpose. Power gel, on the other hand, is already pre-polymerized, so the molecular chains are already made, and that can also make it a little bit duller. What helps when you want to use power gel is to put it on the nail and just let it rest for about 20 seconds before you start working with it. But for the brightest result of all, standard Builder Gel Clear is the way to go. Actually, one of the oldest gels in our range. And Magda says in the comment, everybody needs all the magnetic gels. No other way. I agree with you, Magda. Every gel has its own specific way of working and usage and brilliance.
So if you find it difficult to do it in one bowl, just create first one layer, then cure it and check if the nail has the correct shape. If you need to add a little bit more gel after curing, no problem, you can just do that. So I will check it when it's cured. I think it was quite okay, but let's see when it's cured.
Well, I have to say, Deborah is saying hello from the plane. Hello, Deborah. Have a safe flight back. Deborah was in Albania the last 2 days to do demos and do a show. And I want to know everything about that. But Deborah, you have to promise to tell us everything next week when you are here.
So when I look from the side, you can see that I have a small, here from the side, a small hole here. I will just add it now, because when I have, well, maybe I will have a problem when I don't fill it up, and then I will have a hole in the nail. So you can see it also here now, this part of the nail here.
Yeah.
And I also need enough strength on this length, of course. So I first polish the nail already with my standard Builder gel, so I work wet in wet, so the gel levels together. And I add my bowl here, where I need my product. And moving it, fixing it, filling it up.
Yeah, and it self-levels perfectly.
So easy.
Yeah.
So, let's see, here I am. And then I cure it.
For how long?
Well, I will cure it for 30 seconds now, because I will work on with Fibercoat Pink, and Fibercoat Pink is also transparent. So when I finish that layer, they will cure together for 1.5 minutes.
Yeah, that's a smart thing that you do. Because the 30 seconds is more than enough to solidify the gel mass, and then you give the full 90 seconds cure after all of the products are applied on the surface. So that's a good one. I'm just making a little note of that. Don't forget to make your own notes at home.
So let's focus. Here we are again. See how shiny it is already. So I will take my Fibercoat Pink and my Jessica's Choice. So I will first apply my gel with the brush from the bottle.
I think we need to see this on side shot, because just let me see, we see the clear and we see where it blends into the shells, and now we see the drop of Fibercoat.
Yes, here it comes. So I will just add the drop here and then move it again. I will not go completely towards the cuticle, because I will finish it with the small Jessica's Choice brush. Just be careful that you don't, because you have to move the product like this, but don't press your brush into the gel to prevent air bubbles.
You really have a soft touch when you work with the gel. I love to see how professional you're working with the product. And I also love the fact that the Fibercoat Pink makes it a little bit more mysterious there on the nail. Oh, so beautiful. Mia Marie already mentioned in the comments, oh, it's so shiny, but this is just heavenly.
So I'm checking from the side, because now I will create my apex also. And Fibercoat is also easy self-leveling product. So be careful that you don't go too close to the sides, because then you will have problems that it runs into the skin. So I will take my Jessica's Choice.
And we all know that if we start detailing around the cuticle, that we want to be as close to the nail surface as possible. So we understand that we see a little bit of your hair, no problem. Oh, just love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I'm so happy we can also do our homework on color pops, because not everybody has such a perfect model to work on. Your model is, of course, Kelsey, and her nails are just stunning.
I will turn it upside down a little bit because it starts running because I'm sitting under all the lights here. And I can correct it also a bit from here.
Marja is saying in the comments, this nail I want to wear also, Jose, because Marja wants to wear all the nails that we show. Pernilla says all these layers and still that thin, perfect product control. Yes, I know, Pernilla, amazing. Cindy finds it absolutely stunning, beautiful, is saying. Daisy says, I love this hybrid Fibercoat standard building gel and all the treasures that are in the nail. Yes, this is like a treasure trove found at the bottom of the ocean. I was thinking of Ariel, but in the comments I saw, well, perhaps Aquaman is a better example when we talk about something from the sea. Well, Joanna, perhaps you're right. Anywho, everybody is just mesmerized by all the prettiness happening.
Cool, huh? So, Pepijn, did you ever think that I will show some nail art in an e-workshop together with you?
Well, when I am together with Teresa, she taught me that doing inlay nails is actually a technical version of doing nail art. So, yes, I expected you to do this. I would have been more surprised if you now create all kinds of curls and Baroque patterns, hand-painted, and somewhere a portrait of your beloved hidden behind the shells. That's more the nail art that perhaps is not your thing. I love this, Jose. I love it, I love it, I love it. Nadia says, I'm in love in the nail and also with Jose the fruit. Nicole is asking, do we have to make nails as long as these, or can we also make a short variant? Of course you can, Nicole. Just make a salon variant, because that makes it also more accessible for your clients. Linda Magnetic also tuned in and is saying, hello, hello. I love the nail, but I'm searching for, oh yeah. Sylvia is saying in the comments, Sylvia Hardies, you know her, of course, Jose, is saying in the comments, Jose, I'm going to contact you for a gel training if you don't mind.
Wow, that would be really nice, Sylvia. I already comment on your comment or react on your comment last Monday. So, well, feel free to contact us. You know where to find me.
Yeah, and if you forget to contact us, we will contact you, Sylvia. Especially because a certain day is coming. A certain day is coming, but never mind that. Anyhow, so 1.5 minute cure now?
Yes.
Did you just go in the light, or is it already been in the light for 90 seconds?
No, I just went into the light.
Oh, that gives me some time to take center stage, because that is simply what I adore to do. I want to talk with you all about the other e-workshops in the month of March, this month of Fibercoat. Next week, Mia Marie from Sweden is coming, a very talented trainer, a lovely person, and a great personality, and was also a part of Nail Talk Live International. And Mia Marie has the most wonderful singing voice, so I'm afraid I'm sad that I'm not there, but I'm together with Jaap and Meu, which also makes me very happy. And Mia Marie, you will be here together with Deborah and Gillian and show us trendy nail art, just a hint of this, a hint of that, and a lot of Fibercoat. And we're going to end the month of March, of course, with our very own Deborah, and Deborah is going to create inlay color boom nails. Well, if you think of Deborah, you think of things hidden in a nail, because that's what Deborah is all about. In Albania, they discovered this as well, and I've seen the demos, probably you as well, on Instagram. A great trainer and a, well, how to call this? A bubbling personality that just will blow you all away. So that's going to be a lot of fun. In April, the very first weekend of April, the 6th, 7th and 8th of April, we will have worldwide magnetic discount days. And these discount days, we will offer you a 20% discount on the whole magnetic range, all of the products that you know, and we will launch new products. These new products do not have a discount on them, but are great. We will have a new blush collection of marvelous colors, I have always said something that I shouldn't have said, a gel polish collection that is just a total must-have when you want to pull spring into your salon and create excitement and happiness for all of your clients. And this reminds me of little pieces of candy that we used to have as little children. sitting on the couch, watching TV, well, just watch us on the 3rd of April, because during the live e-workshop, Jessica and Cerisa will show all of you the new products, because we also have a stamping plate, we also have a special new brush, we just have magic in our hands with magnetic nail design. The 6th, 7th and 8th of April. Check out your local distributor to find out what they are doing these days. And of course, the month of March is the Fibercoat month. The 5 different colors of Fibercoat enable you to use the strength of fiber, the flexibility of gel in a bottle if you are a bottle technician. The fiber gel that we used as a base layer today is a product of the month of September, and we have a reason for that, but all will be revealed in due course. So, a little bit later on, I will have the winners for you of Danish challenge of 2 weeks ago, the reshape it nail with the baby boom technique. But you will have to wait a little bit longer, and in the comments I've seen a couple of you that really need to wait a little bit longer to find out who the winners are. Because I feel that we need to go back to José. You're ready to start filing the nail. And now I have a personal question to you. Is there a difference, because you use 2 products next to each other on the surface of the nail. Did you feel that there's a difference in filing the surface of the nail? I can imagine that, for instance, the Fibercoat is softer to file than the standard builder gel, which is a very hard gel. Is that the case? And if so, how do you work around that?
Well, that's exactly true. Of course, you have different types of gels you work with. So here it is quite hard, and here is it quite soft. You will feel it when you file it. And that's also the reason why I choose for these 2 types of products, because I need more strength here. And that's why I blend the standard builder gel until the stress point of the natural nail, and I just fill the nail bed up with Fibercoat pink. When you file it, you will feel the difference, so you also have to be careful when you are filing around the cuticle area that you don't over-file it, because you can go, you can remove the product more quickly than with standard builder gel clear, sorry. So first step, I will just check if it's not stuck on the skin.
That is really one of those tricks that May, of course, the founder of Magnetic Nail Design, used in all of her basic education already 30 plus years ago. Always first check the sides of the nail, that it doesn't touch the skin, loosen it, and then start filing. And that prevents lifting at your side walls. An essential step, but sometimes forgotten to mention.
And also, when you finished with the nail and you cleaned it, check the surface with your thumb, like it's so check if it's smooth. If you feel one of the shells sticking out, just add a little bit of Fibercoat pink and then start filing. Then you don't damage the shell. So shape the nail, and here is the point where I can just shape a little bit more compared to the first step that I did with filing, because now I have more strength. Put it on the side. I will just check my lower arch. Keep the file parallel to the finger. And end upwards. Other side.
This is what Gemma meant, always end upwards.
Yes, she was at our training last Monday and she said, when I'm asleep, I still hear you. Well, I know that because I heard you in the past too, Pepijn. Repeating. But, Gemma, that's how you learn.
Yeah, that is how it goes. And Daisy is commenting on my comment about May and loosening the product on the side. She says, yes, I remember that, Pepijn, because she had May as her gel trainer 29 years ago. Well, I'm a little bit envious of you, Daisy. That's just before I started to do nails. And what grit are you using? Priscilla is asking. Again, the 180 grit file?
Yes, I still use 180 grit because I didn't change my file. Also to prevent the risk that I overfile on top of the shells. So always listen to the sound of your file, because when you file through the gel and you will touch the shell, the sound of filing will change.
Yeah, now it's when you touch the gel, it's
Yes,
you don't want that.
exactly. So, and now I'm just taking that X movement. That was a question from, who was it before?
I think Sylvia, but don't trick me with your difficult. I cannot go through all of the comments now. But it's
Well,
one
it
of
doesn't
our
matter.
regular viewers. Alexandra says she loves the sound of this file. Yeah, Sabine also comments on Daisy, who had May as her gel trainer 29 years ago. And Sabine says, what a chance you had. Yes, we are all envious of you, Daisy. And people are also requesting Linda Magnetic to do another e-workshop. I already spoke with Linda about doing that, and we just have to schedule it and to find a couple of nice things. And we're working on a special project at the moment, so perhaps it will be that, but Linda will absolutely come in the e-workshops, of course. First Dutch and then English. Or jump straight into the deep end in English, huh, Linda?
So I always have to keep in mind that I have an inlay design, and then my nail will be a little bit thicker than what I prefer. So keep that in mind when you're filing the nail, that you don't over-file it on your design.
Cindy says she loves how you're explaining your steps. It's really amazing. And a funny comment of Cerisa, because Cerisa does the nails of May when I do the nails of May, or Cerisa does the nails of May, and Cerisa says, May is still teaching me how to do nails every time I do her nails. Well, I've been there as well. One of the last times I actually said to May, I think I lost it. I just lost it. But May helped me through it, halfway in the service. Because if you don't do something that often anymore, but I still love to do her nails, because it's like it's great to do. And let me see. I'm used to jump in, Linda says. Yeah, we are all used to jump in. Yeah, okay. So you say, how much more time do you need to finish this nail, do you think?
Well, let's say 1.5, 2 minutes.
Well, then I will take my opportunity because I have, of course, the winners of Dami's challenge for all of you. The 3 winners of the challenge of Dami of 2 weeks ago. I love that e-workshop as well. Dami is a real, as we say in Dutch, topper, or we say in English, a real winner when it comes to doing nails. And she's very cool and relaxed, but makes beautiful nails. And she had quite a challenge for you. Because what was the assignment? Create 5 baby boom nails during the refill. So do a refill and create 5 baby boom nails. But you also had to change the shape. Well, that means that you have to work on a model or a client. And that's always a little bit more challenging. But I will get my feedback for you. Because we have 3 winners, and of the first winner, this is the feedback from Dami. The shape correction during this after treatment was performed very nicely. The baby boom you created has a beautiful blend. Well done. And this winner is from the Netherlands, and it is Marianne Michels. Marianne Michels, congratulations with your going from almond to 2 square baby boom nails, and a beautiful blend it is. Congratulations with your participation and winning the prize. Thank you for competing or participating. The second winner also has feedback from Dami. Wow! From baby boom refill to a baby boom with a reshape. That is especially difficult because you had to shift the blend. You had to move the blend upward. They are beautiful. Well done. From Germany, Bettina Fleischer. Bettina Fleischer, well done. From baby boom to just the baby boom. Well done. Congratulations. I'm watching there because I have a very big television here because my eyes are not what they used to. So I was looking over there to check out the beautiful nails done by you, Bettina. Congratulations. The last winner, and she's from Denmark. The feedback, wow, triple wow. The baby boom, the shape, both before and after, they are super sleek and beautiful. Well done, Mette Marika. Well done, Mette Marika. Congratulations with your beautiful, beautiful, beautiful set of homework that you created. I'm envious of your client. Congratulations to all three of you. You will receive your prize within the coming 1.5 weeks. This is what you've won. Power gel, frosted pink in the jar, power gel extender in the tube, diamond dust pink top gel. That's just a game changer. A mixing jar because you need to mix according to Dami, and your paper palette book. And of course, all the love from Dami and everybody in Magnetic Nail Design and Nail Talk Live. And thank you all for participating. I hope you enjoy your certificates, and I also hope that you will also join this homework challenge this time. I see Gillian already running to the homework challenge or assignment. For José's challenge tonight, apply 5 nails, 1 hand or a full set, that's also possible, but you can also choose to work on 5 color pops with this shown hybrid technique. So we want to see a gel, a power gel, a bottle gel. So we want to see your version of the hybrid nails and create the booming shell style. And that can also be done with gold foil if you're from Armenia. But if you're from any other country, you can also choose a similar type of technique to create your homework. And send in your homework. But the deadline is on March 27th. Upload your homework using the link that you can find in the album Fiber to Love Hybrid Nails. If anything needs any adjustment, Jessica will reach out to you and you will have a second chance. And do not forget to submit your homework in 4 step-by-step photos and 1 end result photo showing the beauty of what you created. If you do all that, you have a chance to win an amazing prize. And that amazing prize is, of course, this kit made available by Magnetic, but in name of José, 2 different colors of fiber gel, the pink and the white, glass gel polish, fuchsia, metal inlays, and 3 shell inlays. Shells, the shells that José used today. So if you're in Armenia, you create your homework with gold foil. Then after that, and you win, you are able to treat your clients to the gift from the sea in an inlay baby boom hybrid nail. That's a full sentence. That's a long sentence. Well, so once again, congratulations to all of you. Your prizes will be sent to you. And are you as curious as I am to see the end result of this nail? Are we there? Can we go to the end result, José? Because it's already 26 minutes past 9, and you know we have a deadline, a sharp deadline. Oh, you have the product in your hand?
Yes.
So let's go. Let's have that aha moment of every nail technician's dream. Even like this it's mesmerizing. Okay, wait. Position, middle, and go. Wow. Oh, this is just a moment we've all been waiting for. Discovering the beauty of all of those shells. We are almost blinded by the shine.
Yeah, and I really love Supreme Finish. It's one of my favorite top gels because of the high shine. And of course, because this is a nail where I used white, I will always use Supreme Finish on top because it has that UV filter inside of it. So I will just check it. Miss 1 point here. And then I can cure it.
Oh, of course, we will do our final moment of the evening when it comes out of the light. The main question that is on everybody's lip, but Gemma is putting it in the comments, is of course, José, listen, what are you able to charge for a set like this?
Well, that's a good question. I think I will not do it in a complete set, but just make a combination with a gel polish. And then I will charge at least €7.50, 10 hours each nail extra. 10 hours, 10 euros.
10 hours is quite a lot.
Also. Well, maybe it take me 10 hours. Yeah, around 7.50, 10 euros per nail.
Yeah.
Extra, yeah.
Of course, prices vary in Europe. In Holland, an average, a good nail technician charges between roughly 40 to 50 euros for a gel polish application on the natural nail. Then you really have a salon, a proper salon and a very good nail tech that can do it in 45 minutes to an hour. In the rest of Europe, this can vary to 30, perhaps 20 euros, and in other countries even more. The thing that you need to know is charge the time that it takes you. If you charge 30 euros to do a treatment of 60 minutes, that means you will charge 50 cents per minute. If this takes you 10 minutes extra per nail, that's 5 euros. So charge the time that it takes you extra on your service. In the past, we were able to charge 90 euros for a set of these nails in Holland, but perhaps in France this is a different price. So check out with your trainers, the people that you know, to find the middle ground for your pricing. Well, that took a little bit of time. So we just have 1 to 2 minutes left. A beautiful set. José, how far along are we?
We can show the end result if you want.
Yeah. Let's go there and angle the nail for the perfect shot. Yeah, I mean
you want to
middle. And angle it down a little bit upward. Look at the television.
There. Yeah.
Angle it towards the camera. Yeah, and now point the tip a little bit downward, Kelsey, so that we have, and now find the perfect position. Yeah, okay, this is the moment we've been waiting for. 3, 2, 1, screenshot. But we want to see the hand. We want to see the hand. So, José, prepare yourself.
Okay.
Find that perfect center, and I will talk to you. Of course, next week, Mia Marie is flying down from Sweden to do the e-workshop together with Deborah and Gillian, and her team is trendy nail art. So make sure that you tune in. Set a little note in your calendar so that you are reminded that Nail Talk Live is there. Also, don't forget that this e-workshop will also be made available in Italian, Spanish, German and French with voiceovers at any given moment in the next 4 days. So on Friday it's available also on YouTube with 17 different subtitle languages. So make sure that if you missed anything or if you prefer to watch it in your own language, check out the ways that you can do this. If you need help with this, contact also your local distributor because they know where you can watch Nail Talk Live e-workshops in an as easy as possible for your certain country or target audience. The hand. No, I see that she's still doing something. So I'm just going to continue talking because that is what I'm good at. You can also always check out the Dutch e-workshops because most of the nail language is relatable to, even if you don't understand Dutch. You see the product, we name the products by name, and words like blending, cuticle, brush are all the same, whether it's in English or in Dutch. So feel free to also check those out. And of course, follow us on YouTube, click and subscribe to make sure that you are seeing everything we upload. Yesterday I had a meeting with Gillian and he said to me, Pepijn, you have to realize that what we upload is really a crazy amount of videos and shows and demos. And that makes it so difficult to do what I had in mind, which I will not bother you with, but check it out, see what we do, choose your captions in the upper right corner of the screen on YouTube. You can choose subtitles in English in all of the different countries, so then you can see all of this. And of course, invite the people, the nail technicians that you know, invite them to the group. Just invite them, tell them, hey, did you know there's an International Nail Talk Live? Check them out because you are able to win prizes. The more the merrier, so spread the message. As Jaap always says, say that we have cheese, and that goes also for you. Let the world know that they can be part of the magnetic family. José, how is your hand?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ta-ta-ta-ta.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, with the pink. What is the pink?
Well, I used different colors on the pink, and let's check 1 second.
It's pink champagne, I think.
Yes, but first I create a layer of cherry, because pink champagne has a bit more transparency. And then on top I used pink champagne. And the purple one is from which is our collection.
Yeah.
Purple
Purple
potion.
potion.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. A real traditional moment. Will you join me?
Well, do you want that?
I need that. 3, 2, 1.
Screenshot.
Beautiful, Jose. I'm envious of you, Kelsey. I would love to have nails like that again, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Not during working hours, because I need to be able to work on the computer. I would go for shorties. But that's another day and another show. Jose, thank you for being here. Everybody enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it?
Yes, I really enjoyed it, and I want to thank all of you for watching this show, and I'm really curious about your homework. So, hopefully I see you next time. Thank you very much. Have a great evening.
Thank you, Jose. Thank you, Kelsey, for being here as well this evening as the model. Gillian, of course, thank you for being here. Jaap, thank you for being here. I really enjoyed that you're there in the corner of my eye and in my ear. And I want to thank all of you all over Europe and the world for being here this evening and joining us with this beautiful and amazing nail. If you at any moment have a question, or you want to know where your nearest distributor is, or perhaps you want to become a magnetic distributor or a magnetic trainer, or you have an idea for an e-workshop, do not hesitate and contact me at info@magneticnaildesign.com. Make a screenshot of this, because this email address leads you straight from the TV to my desk, and I can help you with anything that you need. Of course, I'm also open to any personal messages on Facebook. Just don't message me on Instagram, because I don't know how that works. Because I'm a little bit old school, that's because of the mustache. Thank you again for being here this evening. It was totally love you. See you soon. See you at Nail Talk Live.